Hello, everyone. As you know right now, my name is Bianca, and today we're going to talk about, of course, how to use WhatsApp to automate and drive business results. Because more important than using WhatsApp is using WhatsApp for a reason. So I'm going to talk about a lot of things, and it's going to be amazing. You guys can ask questions as many times as you want. And at some points, I'm going to pause a little bit to talk about it all. So like I said, today we're going to explore how companies can unlock massive growth by using WhatsApp automation, integrated service, and advanced chatbots, all with the Meta official partnership. What I'm saying is that the official partnership is one of the most important things when we talk about WhatsApp. There's a lot of details into it. I'm gonna deep dive into that a little bit later, but keep that in mind. Take notes. The Meta partnership is one of the most important things. And of course, for us to create a good connection, you guys can know me a little bit more. And here I put some topics so you get to know me better. As you can hear, I do have an accent, and this accent is from Brazil. I am Brazilian. I also lived in the US for 2 years, so I do have a little bit of experience and that's where I learned English. And today my perspective is going to be as a Brazilian marketing professional with international experience, because I have been helping business across Latin America to unlock real business growth. Not just, oh yeah, we are growing. No, it's real business growth using WhatsApp Business. So the Meta integrations help a lot, and integrating all of that with CRM and omni-channel strategies make everything way better. So that's what I'm gonna talk about it today. Besides that, I have more than 5 years of experience in the automation business. I have been working for SendPulse for a while now. I'm not counting. I don't know how many years, but many years. You guys can go to my LinkedIn and find how many years I have been working here. I also have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I studied a lot, not only about automation. Automation is where I found my passion. It's one of the things that I love the most. I love talking about automation. And I don't know if you guys know me, I don't know how long you're here for, but I do host some webinars here in this channel, some conferences. And in all of the conferences, I talk about my passion for automation 360. So with that, you can get to know me a little bit better and know that my goal is to complete the whole scenario, not just one automation. No, we have to make the circle flow. So the next topic, and where we actually start something, is this. Before talking about WhatsApp, we have to talk about everything that happened before WhatsApp. So now we're going to deep dive a little bit in the global shift in communication. Today, there are over 5 billion internet users worldwide. It's a lot. 5 billion people, it's a lot of people. And of this 3.5 billion, they are using messaging apps daily. So it's a lot of people using like messagings and typing and talking with people all the time. Like they need the answer as soon as possible. So with that piece of information, you know that a lot of people needs the answer as soon as possible. And the top platforms for the instant message apps are WhatsApp, of course, Facebook Messenger, WeChat, Telegram, and iMessage. With that information, I want you guys to drop here in the comments. Sorry, I'm gonna drink some water. I'm talking a lot. I love to talk. So I want you guys to drop here in the comments. First, your country. And second, what's your favorite app for message? That's going to be important because, for example, in the US, back like 5 years ago, still to this day, iMessage is like the app, is where people love to talk because it's on their phone, it's convenient. But that's not just because it's convenient. It's also because in the US, many people has iPhone, so it's easier for them to communicate by iMessage. But in Brazil, for example, the main app is WhatsApp. For many years, I cannot even count how many years we were using WhatsApp, and we are crazy about WhatsApp. Sometimes people don't even have like space to, I don't know, take a picture on their phone, but they need the WhatsApp app. That's the way we communicate with parents, with friends, with companies. That's the main way to communicate, especially because people don't like to pick up the phone anymore. So WhatsApp is a big deal here in Brazil. And like, I'm always going to events and I see that it's expanding. More people are downloading on WhatsApp. So that's a very important piece of information. Because even though in your country or you don't use WhatsApp, it's getting there. Like, get ready. That's why we're doing this webinar, so you guys can take notes and be ready, because it's going there. So let's go back in time a little bit to 1990s, that we had the landline and the fax. That's where people communicated. People were talking on the phone, and something that makes my heart happy is I don't remember the name of the phone, honestly, but you guys remember, I don't know your age, but you guys remember the phone that you had to put the finger on the number that you wanted and you did like this? That was my favorite type of phone. I miss it so much. I'm looking to have one in my house, not because I want to like have a landline on my house. I don't want to pick up my phone, but I want as a decoration because it's so cute and it brings me so much good memories. So when we think about 1990s, we think about those times, the time that we had to be on the phone, and it was good times. And old times, we don't pick up the phone anymore. So then we go to the 2000, where the email boom happened, and it was the center stage of everything, and everybody was crazy about emails. And that was also like an important piece of memory for me, because I do remember my first email, and I do remember when I created my first email, and I do remember the brainstorm behind the email, and oh my gosh, what username I'm gonna pick, how is it gonna be? And those times were important. And I'm mentioning the period, the way we communicate, and the memory, so you guys understand that it's not only a time and something, it's a memory. We create memories with this. So I do remember my first email. I'm not gonna mention because it's too much. You guys, there's some things you guys don't need to know. But if you remember and you're willing to share your email, your first email, of course, drop here in the comments, because I cannot wait to give a pause in the presentation and go check the things that you guys created back in the day. So then we go to the 2010 year, where social media exploded and reshaped everything. The way we connected, the way we talk, the way we create memories, the way people get money. It was a pretty big deal, and it still is for this day. And again, I remember my first Instagram post. And going back a little bit more, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this social media, and I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce the name correctly, but Orkut. There's some Brazilians here. Guys, Brazilians folks that are here, please drop in the comments the name of this social media. It's Orkut. It's the last name of a guy. It was amazing. And for you to join this social media, you needed a Gmail account and you need an invitation. So it was a memory, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, I need a Gmail account, I need an invitation. And you would go to school like, can you please send me an invite so I can join this social media? This social media does not exist anymore, which is pretty sad. It marked a very specific era here in Brazil. It was amazing. And I remember all the other social media. Social media is like my favorite thing. So 2010 was great. And then it's now the 2020, where instant messaging take over, marketing like the dominance in our communication. That is very important, because this instant message is not only about message, it's about the way we are going through life, is about everything that is happening, is about that everything needs to be fast and for right now. And that's kind of good, but it's also kind of bad, because with that we get anxious, we're always like going crazy. So yeah, it marks a moment in our life, not only about message, but about how the world is going. So it's pretty important. And now that we have this information, we need to act, because like I said, we want things for right now, not for tomorrow, not for, oh my gosh, yeah, maybe I'm gonna do it in 2 weeks. No, not in this timeline. So now let's talk about the power of WhatsApp. I brought some data here so I can, boom, impact you guys to understand that WhatsApp is the big deal right now, and you guys need to like follow up with that. Today, WhatsApp has over 3.1 billion monthly active users. Like, remember, I'm gonna go back. We have 5 billion internet users and 3.5 billion daily daily messaging app users. So of 3.5 billion people that use messaging apps, 3.1 billion are WhatsApp users. So that shows that most people are on WhatsApp. So it's important for you to be... Sorry, my alarm went off. I put alarms for everything because, like I said, we are like, for today, we are always anxious, and sometimes we forgot things because we are humans and not robots. So I put alarm for everything, but I'm gonna go. I also have a topic related to that near the next slides. I'm gonna talk about this, about human making mistakes. But yeah, going back, we have 3.1 billion monthly active users on WhatsApp, and this makes one of the most used messaging apps in the world. So basically, almost half of the planet is reachable by WhatsApp. So imagine you have all the human people, like there's the globe and everyone who lives in the world. You know, it's a lot of people. We cannot even imagine how many people. And half of this people, half of the planet can be reached by WhatsApp. That's crazy. It's crazy to think that half of the world can be reached by an app. There's not many things that everyone has in common as a WhatsApp app in their phone. So that's pretty impressive. And even more impressive, 2.3 billion users engage with WhatsApp on a daily basis. This isn't about the platform people that check like once a week and things like that. No. On WhatsApp, that's part of our life. It's not something that, oh yeah, I'm gonna check after work. No, sweetie, not on WhatsApp. And like, I'm gonna give you a real-time example. Let me hear. We're in this webinar for 25 minutes. Let me clear the other notifications. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages on WhatsApp. Not messages, sorry, groups and conversations. Sometimes more than one message. So in 20 minutes, more than a lot of messages. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to think that it's all the time beeping there. And it's not only for you to communicate. We have groups, you have like informational groups about news, groups about like promotional and sales. It's a lot. So who use WhatsApp, use it all the time. Another fun thing is the purchase behavior. And 66% of users who chat with a brand on WhatsApp ended up making a purchase. And that shows how like people that are on WhatsApp, they're really like, people can trust if your business is on WhatsApp. And oh my gosh, no, Bianca, that's never going to happen with my business. Yes, it is going to happen with your business, because like WhatsApp is from Meta, and you can get a verification on Meta that gives a check mark under the side of your name. That shows that number is real. And I don't know if you guys are aware, I hope so, but we do have tons of scams going on. So people are also afraid. That's one of the main reasons I don't pick up my phone anymore, because I never know if I can trust the people in the other side of the line. I'm not going to pick up my phone. So WhatsApp is important for that because it's another layer of security for your business, and it's official and all of that, and you can connect with Instagram, with Facebook, with ads, with everything. A little bit of more data that it's not here because otherwise it's going to be like kilometers of slides, is the customer preference. Almost 7 out of 10 customers actually prefer to buy from companies that they can talk on WhatsApp. So it's not just something that it's convenient for you or for your customer. It's something that's going to build trust, because again, we want everything for right now, not for tomorrow. So if I can get my phone, send a message to the business, and they reply to me as soon as possible, I'm going to trust. Because if, like, before I make a purchase, the company's already replying to me fast, that shows that at least a little bit I can trust. So it's an extra point for you. Another fun fact is that 83% of shoppers say they are comfortable completing purchase inside of the app. And this shows how customers' behavior was shifted completely to instant messaging. For Brazil, that's pretty recent, but I remember when I was living in the US, we did a lot of transactions on WhatsApp, on Facebook Messenger, because on Facebook Messenger, you can send money to people. Back in the day, we didn't have this in Brazil. Now we do have. And I remember it was so easy. Like, if I wanted to buy something or just pay a friend back, I would just send the money through Facebook Messenger because we are friends. We already know each other. So I'm just gonna send you the money there. And it was super easy. It was like 3 clicks. Amazing. And now, because WhatsApp is from Meta, they also have this on Meta. So you can send money to people, you can purchase things there. You can, like, if you're a business account, you can create a catalog of everything you have, and people can buy directly on your WhatsApp. It's amazing. And it's a way for people to spend more money with you, of course, because you bring the app that like half of the planet uses with like the convenience of being able to buy it right now at the moment. Not like you don't have to make like an account or set up a lot of things. No, it's pretty easy. So people are going to spend more. And WhatsApp business is spent over, are you ready? 3.6 billion on WhatsApp business solution this year, 2025. As you can see, the source here, 2025. So this year, I'm going to say it again. This year, business spent $3.6 billion on WhatsApp business solution. It's crazy because it's a lot of money, and this number keeps growing because the company realized how much the ROI are growing, and they're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna invest a little bit more. So even though you have a small company, it's time to invest on WhatsApp. If all the good, like the big companies are investing on something, you have to keep an eye open because there's opportunity right there for you to also invest. And of course, you don't have to spend $1 billion on WhatsApp solutions. No, that's not the case. You have to start. It's something that I keep saying all the time. You need to do something first. If you do something first, give the first step, then you can like go with the flow. But it's important to give the first step and see if that's a good thing for you, because there's also this possibility you need to get to know your public first. But again, I'm giving spoilers of other slides. So the 7th and last point is AI, because looking ahead, WhatsApp AI chatbot revenue is projected to generate $16.6 billion in 2025. And that's how much business are investing in automation and conversational AI on WhatsApp. AI is everywhere. We know that. We know there's the good AI. They were like, oh my gosh, yes, go girl. And there's the AI. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Please just write a message by your own. You don't need to use AI to write a message like a good morning message. There's these 2 types of AI. The WhatsApp AI is the good AI that is going to make your life better, and we need to use it as much as we can. So now, important information is why businesses struggle with messaging today. Like, it's so natural. We message people all the time. We're always talking with people. So why do businesses struggle? Like sometimes the business owner, they send messages all the time. They keep track of all their messages, but when he tries to bring this to their company, it's a fail. So as I told you, there's a high volume of people that wants the message for right now, and this can overwhelm people. Imagine like you have a team of, I don't know, 5, or even a team of you, a team of 1, and you get like 10 messages a day. Let's put a simple example: 1 person and 10 messages. If you get 10 messages, like every hour, at some point you're gonna get crazy. You might think, no, I got this. I can do it. I am a Superman. I can do it. No, you can't. You might do it now, but with time you're gonna get overwhelmed, and that's not gonna be good for your mental health. So that's pretty important to keep track of. And also, this leads to slow response times, because if you don't have like much people or a good automation, you're gonna have to do everything manually. And of course, you're not gonna do it everything by yourself. So everything's gonna be slow, and that thing is gonna make you lose customers, because people want everything for right now, not for in, I don't know, 1 hour. They want right now. So if you get a lot of messages, you get overwhelmed, people don't get response, communication, it's not good, because other point that it's pretty important is a big challenge for companies now is the inconsistent of communication during a lot of channels, because you need to centralize your communication. Imagine you have WhatsApp, you have Instagram, and you have your online chat on Facebook. On your website. It's a lot of apps, a lot of messaging apps, and a lot of people talking maybe with the same person. But if you don't have everything in only one platform, that is gonna get lost. Because, for example, I'm not gonna put my name, but let's pretend you have a sales team. The sales team, Rafael is a salesperson that we have here. Rafael is talking with Jonas. I'm thinking too much about the names, the details. I'm a marketing person, so the details are important to me. So Rafael is talking with Jonas, and Jonas is like, okay, Rafael, I want to purchase a plan and all of that. And Rafael is like, yeah, of course, guy. Yeah, that's not how he's gonna talk. But yeah, here, let me show to you. Rafael does a presentation. They schedule the presentation. Then Jonas go to the live chat on the website to talk to the support team. And he's like, hey, I spoke with Rafael and things are weird. I have some questions. If the person who is talking with Jonas on the live chat on the website does not have a history of everything that Jonas spoke with Rafael, it's gonna get messy. For your company, you may think like, oh no, it's just a detail. But us, the customers, we want to know, like we want to be like, let me put in better words, we want to be known, we want the personalization of the things. So it's important for you to centralize all the system, customer histories, and never make this get like loose. You need to tie up everything and make sure everything is there, so everyone can check the information no matter how. And that's also important for marketing. For example, if someone is complaining on social media, instead of like, hey, Rafael, hey, I don't know who, like, what happened? I can just go to the system and see. I don't need to ask questions, because if I have to ask too many questions to too many people and different people, my response on social media is gonna take a while. So it's a whole loop, it's a whole circle, and this circle can be pretty messy. So another thing is risking customers' expectation for instant service. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself all the time, but business needs to be quick. They need to adapt quickly. It's not like, I'm gonna do it another time. No, people need it right now. They need real people talking with them with real pains. And when I say real people, it's not like, oh, I'm not going to put robots on it. No, it's real people that configure the robots. Because if you make a good configuration, everything's going to be real. And the customer is going to feel like he is talking with people that care. And that's the most important thing ever. And by understanding these problems, you and we can start explore more effective solutions. So it's a big problem. It's something that happens all the time. I see it happen all the time. Like, I'm not, oh my gosh, yeah, everything's perfect. No, it happened with me. When I was building my first flow, it was messy. It was not perfect. It was perfect. Like, it is perfect now. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give kudos to me. It's perfect now because I study, because I try, because I kept analyzing everything, and I saw the mistakes. There's no way for you to make something perfect if you don't check the mistakes first. Keep that in mind. And now, the cost of slow responses. As you can see, 78% of customers tend to buy from the company that responds first. Yes, first come, first serve. That's what happens with everything. And no matter your business, no matter like where you're selling, what you're doing, who responds first gets the big fish. And this highlights the very competitive that people needs to be to get the customers. There's a space for everyone. I think competition should be healthy and good, and we need to understand that everyone can have a piece of the business, but we need to get the job done. If we don't get the job done, it's gonna get hard. So even more impressive, 82% of customers expect answers within just 10 minutes. Yes. I'm not saying like 30 minutes, 1 hour, 3 hours, 3 days, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the time that you have like to cook pasta. 10 minutes. That's how fast it is. So failing short on those expectations can be very pricey for you, for your company, and not only pricey about money, but about reputation. Imagine you build like your marketing team build great strategies. They're like being amazing. And when the person wants to talk to you, don't reply, sweetie, I'm sorry. That's not going to be good for your company. And every minute delay in responding can lead to decrease on conversion rates. So in the end of the year or the end of semester, you're going to see how much that impacts your business. So in a sense, slow response times are not just about missed opportunities. They can give your competitors a chance to win over your customers simply by being quicker to reply. So yeah, I know it's like that, but I have to put it here. If you don't reply fast, someone will. And you're basically just giving to your competitor a new lead. So instead of working for your business, you should work for your competitor's business, generating leads for them. So yeah, now let's explore how automation can help on these challenges. Here is how automation can solve these problems, like I mentioned. First, automation acts as your 24/7 assistant. That means that no more missed opportunities because your team is unavailable, which is great. Let's remember that people need to make pauses and take vacations, and breaks and time off are healthy. So no one wants to like hire someone and pretend the person's a robot. No, that's why we have automation. We have robots to act like a robot and people to act like people. So your 24/7 assistant is there to help you out when your team is relaxing and taking the time to treat themselves, because that's really important for a company. So imagine you have your people and you have a bot, and you never have to worry about response times ever again. It's amazing. So here are some key points of automation. We have lead qualification. We have 24/7 response. We have consistent and compliance. We have personalized flow, human handover when needed, and CRM integration. I'm gonna go talk a little bit about all of this, so I don't talk too much, because I love this subject and I would love to be here talking with you all for like 5 hours. And I'm pretty sure there's like room for 5 hours of talk, but we're not gonna do that. So all of these points are pretty important, especially the 24/7 response and the human handover. The 24/7 is because me, for example, I function better when it's night. So when it's late at night, I remember that I have a lot of things to do, that I want to schedule doctor appointments. I want to like check the price for something. And I always send a message on WhatsApp because, again, it's easier. And most of the times there's a chatbot replying to me. And that's awesome, because when I'm like in the high peak of my production, I have someone replying to me. So it's amazing. And it doesn't make me forget that I needed something, or forget that business. And the other thing that's pretty important is the human handover when needed. You always need to give options. Chatbots are important. Robots are important. AI is important. But more important than that is to give the option for the person, the customer, to talk with a human when needed. You never know who is behind your flow. You never know the person. The person can be an old person that is not understanding and just want to talk with someone. It can be someone that has very specific like questions. It can be someone that needs a voice message. We never know. So the option of the human handover when needed, it's the most important thing ever. I'm pretty sure you can try at home, and then you hit me up on LinkedIn and you'll be like, yeah, Bianca, you're right. Try to do a flow. I mean, don't try, because it's not going to be good for your business. But if you're like second guessing and like, oh, I don't trust this girl, do a flow with no human handover. Then you wait, test a lot, and then you do another one with the human handover, and you let me know the statistics. I'm pretty sure, like, I know because I tested. I am 100% sure that the flow with the human handover when needed is going to have a high conversion rate. And that doesn't mean that people are going to talk with humans all the time. It just means that you gave an option. Even though it's a flow, people need options. So here, I'm going to show an example. This was a flow that I created. I created this one for Web Summit Reel. I think you guys are familiar with Web Summit. If you are not, you guys should follow us on all the social media, because we're always on Web Summit, and we always post a lot of content there. So you guys get to know this amazing event. But yeah, Web Summit, pretty big event, pretty big on technology, on everything. Here is a flow that I personally created, and you can see that like this is like message, the green one is message card, the purple one is an action card, and this one is pause. Basically, all of this is a flow for me to get the good information, so I can send the leads qualified to the sales team, and then for the person to get a gift. Because when you are, let's get real, when you are at an event, you want the goodies, you want the gifts, and you're gonna talk with a company if you see that the company has good merch. So most people come because of the merch, and then they get to know your company and they're interested on it. And with this flow, like, you don't have to be like, I'm gonna get in touch with you. What I did here, I asked for email. Since it's WhatsApp, we have 2 good points. We already have phone number and the name of the person, so 2 important information that we don't have to ask. Then I asked for like email. Here was like me asking for an email, and the person fill up, and that would become an information inside of our CRM. Then I asked for what service they want. This also became an information in our CRM and our mailing list, of course. This I asked how many leads the person has. That's pretty important for the sales team. That way they can talk with the person like, hey, I found you on Web Summit. I know that you have this, and that. Personalization. You get personalized experience for the customers. And here I was like, please let me know if there's something we'd like to address, something that you're struggling with. So it shows empathy. And then like, hey, girl, you got a coupon and a gift. Go redeem the gift in the booth. And then I send a picture here. So the person actually have something to show for us at the booth in order to get the gift. So this flow is not only an event flow is not only an event flow, is not only a sales flow, is not only a marketing flow, is a flow for you to show your business, show empathy, and shows that you care. So it's pretty important. Here is some topics, some important things that I mentioned in the beginning, and now it's time for me to talk more about it. You need to build automation based on real customers. Like, oh yeah, maybe that's my customer. Maybe I haven't. No, stop that. Oh, no, that's not gonna happen. You need to understand your customers for real. You need to make studies. You need to know who you're talking to. So here's a pretty easy thing to do, like just who they are, what they need, what frustrates them, because that's very important point. If you get to know their pain points, you have everything on your hand. And of course, how do they decide? So of course, you go from 4, I did the opposite way, but you go from 4 to 1, you build all of this, and then you give it a go. Like one tip, you can like answer these questions and then like drop everything on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to help you out organizing all of that and give more details with the information that you already have. That can be helpful for you to have the first customer there, and then you build from that. And here I left one slide only for this because it's important. It's important to leave only one slide about this, because you cannot automate what you don't understand. It sounds pretty basic, but it's actually pretty important. Many people think they can automate whatever they want, but that's not the case. You need to understand first. When you understand, you can automate. Otherwise, you can do it, but it's not going to be as good as it should. The next step is understanding to build an automation. Once you deeply understand your audience, automation becomes far more effective. But it's never finished. You always have to optimize flows based on real behavior. So it's important to make sure, test, check, double check. If you saw something that you don't like and you saw people complaining, like also listen to people. It's not like you have to be humble sometimes, and it's not because you did something that thing is perfect. You need to be humble. You need to go back and be like, okay, if someone is complaining, that's a real pain, that's a real issue, let me fix it. So fix it. Understand, build, optimize. And then something that it's important, again, everything here is important, of course, otherwise it was not going to be here. So start simple and then scale smart. Build a welcome flow first. Added basic fact informations and, routing options, and slowly expand. With product offers, lead qualifications, appointments, payment links, you don't need 300 flows in one day. Start with a warm welcome, and then you go from there. One good tip that usually I use it a lot here, not only for chatbot, for all the other service the SendPulse offers, is the templates. We do offer tons of templates, especially like chatbots. You have templates for everything you can imagine. And if there's something there that you're imagining and we don't have an option, just hit us up and we're gonna make it work. But I like to get the templates and start with that. Most of the times I ended up with a completely different thing, but it gives me inspiration and it gives me like the push that I needed, So when we have something that we can start, if we have a base, it's easier for us to have idea and to understand what we are doing. And again, I already said, but I'm going to say it again. Testing is not optional. Test, 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 and test again. And you think it's done, test one more time. The perfect flow does not exist. Even great automations and it evolves constantly, double checking and real world testing and like just do one, test yourself, then you send like for your team and you ask your team to test, and then you send for the whole company, and then the whole company test, then you launch, and then you see what your customers are talking about. And one of the important things for you to test is to monitor the drop-off points, because here you can see like 198 people start the flow, 176 went to this action, and 22 with this action. So these are the data, and you can see the drop-off points if someone stopped replying or stopped going through the flow in the middle. And you can also create an automation for that, but that's too much information. And by identifying these areas, you can take target actions to improve flow. So like you see that someone stopped right there. There's an issue there. So you go double check and see the best thing to do. Here I gave an option. I put this screenshot because again, it's a flow that I did. As you can see here, I assigned tags, and the tag is Web Summit Real. This flow was because we did, again, many web summits before, and usually we have different phone numbers for different flows and different languages. But I was thinking, okay, we are in Brazil. Most people speak Portuguese, but it's Web Summit. So a lot of people also don't speak Portuguese and they're coming to the event. Instead of having like a lot of phone numbers and being messy, I just got one phone number. I built the flow there, and I put this filter here that would filter the country that the person came from. So if the person has a phone number from Brazil, they're going to get the flow in Portuguese. If the person does not have a phone number from Brazil, the person's going to get a flow in English. That was so easy. And it's such a good way for you to show that your company is for everyone and you have flows for everyone. You can also do like buttons for the person to choose the language, but I thought this was better because that way people don't have to choose. You show that you know, you show that you're aware, you have the information. So it's pretty important to check all of this. Then here, it's pretty, again, I already said that, but good flows are simple, respectful of time, and always again, always make it easier for customers to speak with a human when needed. Here is also an example of the flow. On this here, the customer name, that's going to be changed by the customer name. This is a variable that we use. So this code is only going to show for who is building the flow. For the customer, it's not going to be like this. Of course, it's going to be replaced by what the person put it there. So here I have like shop more, talk to agent, and track order. I'm giving options. It's not just a flow. They're like, okay, thank you for your order. Bye-bye. I don't care anymore because we already make the purchase. No, we want to make sure we follow up with that. We want to make sure we're giving options and we care all the way through. That way, we're going to have loyal people with us. So yes, important. Here is the integration that it's pretty important. I already talk too much, so I'm trying to not take much time talking about everything, but this one's going to take a little bit more time. I still have some slides to go. Integrations is where the real scale happens. WhatsApp is a great tool. Like I said in the beginning, half of the planet has WhatsApp on their phone. It's powerful. It's more powerful than we can imagine. Like, again, if I've talked too much about this, I'm going to be overwhelmed. But wait a second, I'm going to drink some water on my SendPulse cup. So true automation happens when WhatsApp isn't working alone. WhatsApp is great. We all love WhatsApp. But if you make like integrations with a lot of things, you make WhatsApp be a big machine, be way more than you can even imagine. So you can integrate with your CRM, your sales tool, your payments, your forms, and even with your AI. And that's way scale becomes real. It's not just a possibility. It's not just what if. No, It's true. If you do all of this, your WhatsApp's going to be amazing. And here's just like 4 options because we have a lot of options. And again, with SendPulse, all of these connections are native, fast, and reliable. We do have a lot of platforms that we have connections with. Also, our API is open. We have the marketplace app. There's a lot of things going on. And again, I'm going to say this because I keep saying this all the time, no matter where I go or who I talk to. If there's something on SendPulse that you want and we don't have it yet, just talk to us. We're a pretty open company. We really want to make like the best for you all, and just let us know, okay? And here is the AI thing, is where most people really wants to go there. So welcome you all for the next level of automation with AI-powered conversations. SendPulse has like WhatsApp for chatbot and a lot of other services, and you can integrate 2 levels of artificial intelligence for now, okay? We never know what is going to happen tomorrow. First, you have our native AI builder that creates a full chatbot flow. It's so easy. It's like you just type a prompt and you just wait. You type a prompt and you do like this and you wait, lean back, relax, and you see your whole flow being built in front of you, like with all the cards, with everything that you need. It's, of course, you just have to like connect the variables that you want and make some like small adjustments, because that's something personal and something that you have to choose, but it creates everything and it's so fast. So there's this AI that we have there. As soon as you open the chatbot builder, it's gonna have, I think it's red or orange. It's a reddish orange button in the chat, or it's purple. It's purple. Sorry, it's purple. I should have put a picture here. I'm sorry, but there's a button in the chatbot builder, and there's some stars on that. You click, bam, you just put your prompt. You can do magic with it. And then you also can integrate with OpenAI, the ChatGPT, that makes your chatbot being able to handle natural, open-ended customer messages. Of course, you can segment whatever you need. You can put there, hey, please don't answer questions about this, and that. You can make the whole shebang and make it better, and it's gonna be pretty helpful because, for example, you have like SendPulse. There's a lot of things on SendPulse. We can do it, but it's pretty much impossible to build a completely perfect chatbot flow with everything that we have if we don't have the help of AI. So with that, you can put like all your materials, everything, and no matter what the person asks for, you're gonna have an answer because you connected with AI. So that's pretty important. Is a way that, like, if you do it and you pay attention and you do it right, it's going to be crazy. I'm pretty sure people are going to get crazy with this when they talk with your business. So together, these AI tools make your conversation smarter, more efficient, and truly human-friendly. So let's take our customers' interaction to the next level together. With AI, human, the touch, the connections, and everything, it's perfect. Here, an example of a full flow. It's just an example. It's a simple example that you can build today and refine tomorrow. Here in the beginning, I put the ads, the click to WhatsApp ads. That's a type of ads that you can run on Meta platforms. And it's like, I don't know, let's talk about SendPulse because it's my example. Start today building your chatbot for only $8. And click here to chat with us. And there's a button, you click, you go through WhatsApp. And that's awesome because the person can test your chatbot flow if she wants to buy the chatbot in our example. So it's pretty easy and fast for you to get the contact, because again, WhatsApp is the best way for you to get the information. You already have the number, you already have the name, you're just missing the email. And sometimes people add their email on their WhatsApp as well. So have this, have a welcome flow, lead qualification, personalized offer, schedule appointment or checkout if you don't need an appointment, sales confirmation, and follow-up automation. Why I gave this as an example? Again, WhatsApp is from Meta. We run ads from Meta. And I mean, most of people run ads from Meta. There's other ways to run ads, but the most used is Meta. So if you're connecting services and doing ads where the goal is for the person to click in something that is also from Meta, you're basically bringing traffic back to Meta. So that's something that Mark Zuckerberg loves a lot. He loves to have his own world, and he wants you to stay in the platform. So if you run ads on Instagram and the goal is WhatsApp, you're making the person stay on Meta. So that is what is going to make your ads be way better than other ads, than, I don't know, going to the website, for example, because the ads are built to make you stay on the app. So, it's a full circle. And that's some extra tips that I was not planning to give here, but yeah, that's it's important to mention. And here's a real example of a WhatsApp campaign using SendPulse. Out of 524 messages sent, we achieve a 99% delivery rate. And over half of the recipients actually opened and read the message. And that kind of visibility and interaction is something email or paid ads cannot do it alone. And it all costs less than $40. Yes, I know. And again, we're on WhatsApp all the time. We're checking all the time. Again, I lost count of how many messages we have. And on this time, I'm seeing here that people are talking on the SendPulse community on WhatsApp, the Brazilian one. So it's people are here all the time. And you're not gonna email. Sometimes we have to take a time, open, and we get ready. I get ready to open emails and reply to emails. WhatsApp is something I don't plan. I'm always here on my phone checking. And I know that if it's on WhatsApp, it's because it needs more attention. So that's a very good campaign. And here are some use cases for marketing strategies. WhatsApp isn't just for customer service. It's a marketing machine that because there's always the if. It's a great machine, a marketing machine, if you use it strategically. So you can use WhatsApp for event activation and reminders, for webinar registrations, for giveaways, for product launches, for promotion blasts, and of course to nurture your leads. So you can do a lot of things on WhatsApp, and way more. Again, that's a subject that we could talk for hours. But a tip that I'm gonna give here right now: go check SendPulse YouTube channel, knowledge base. We do have tons of content. If you speak Portuguese for some reason, oi gente, I just say hey guys in Portuguese. If you speak Portuguese, go check our social things as well. We do post a lot of things. Besides that, we have a lot of free classes, courses, everything that you can learn more about everything that we offer here. So yeah, I know it's a lot, but that's good. It's a lot that I cannot talk in only one webinar. That's why we have a lot of materials. So good configurations equals higher conversions. What matters is the conversion. It's what everyone is looking. No one cares if I don't know, there's 3 clicks and no one did nothing. 3 clicks was so small. Why I gave such a small number? I don't know. 3,000 clicks and no one bought something. That no one cares about that. Unfortunately or fortunately, companies need money. So everyone needs money to survive. So that's how we need to keep going. So the number has to be a good number in the end. So your public has to be buying public. You get it? So yeah, good setups ensures stability and make sure the customer has a better experience. Here I gave an example. These yellow notes, they're literally yellow notes. They're like post-its for the flow. When you build your flow, you can add this post-its on the page to make sure the person who is building, or to make sure you, because again, human makes mistakes, to make sure you know what is going on. So for example, I built a flow today. I am not sure if I'm going to remember the logic behind it like 2 months from now. And again, we need to test, and make it better, better, better. So we need to go back to the flow all the time. So make some notes, and even like, I don't know, you build your flow, but other people are going to fix it. Make it easier. And that's not only easier for you, but that's going to make the experience for the customers way better. So I try to be faster than imagine, because it's a lot of information. I put tons of notes here that I could talk, but I was checking the time, and I know that I'm talking for 50 minutes, a little bit over 50 minutes. So I had to be a little bit faster so you guys don't get bored, because that's something that I don't want it. No, you guys cannot be bored here. You have to learn, and then we can talk more about it later on. So what we have learned today: WhatsApp is no longer just a chat app. It's a strategic sales and communication channel. Also, I don't know if you guys are aware, but right now WhatsApp is also considered a social media app. We have, I was gonna get my phone to show, but I'm not. I'm gonna privacy, you know. But you have stories, like, it's not stories the name, but like you have stories on status. That's the name on WhatsApp. You have status there that you can post pictures of your daily life, like Instagram, like the stories for Instagram they did for WhatsApp. So WhatsApp's also considered a social media app. We have tons of communities, like, for example, we have the SendPulse community on WhatsApp for people that speaks Portuguese. I personally, I have a lot of groups on WhatsApp. I have groups that track sales. So if there's a sale going on, they post there, and I'm joining a lot of groups like that. So it's pretty big important. And you, again, that's the first topic. The second topic is you must understand your audience before automating. Sweetie, there is no way that you can do something if you don't understand this. Is, I don't know, I want to buy, let's think about like TVs. TV is something that people, or they already have it, or they want, and it's something that like we invest. We want to be like a good TV if possible, because we're going to spend like most of our time in the couch. Hopefully not most of the time, but we're going to spend a lot of our time in the couch watching TVs. Normally it's like something for the family. So we want to invest in a good, I'm looking at my TV, in a good equipment. So we do research about it. So if you do research about something you're going to buy, how you're not doing research for your public? That makes no sense. You know, you get the point. Like, sometimes we think too much, and we do a lot of research for things for us. But when we want to do something for others, we don't do research. And that's bad. That's toxic. So we don't want this behavior. So search about your audience. Again, smart automation builds human-like connections. You don't have to have a human there all the time going crazy, not producing well, when we know that like good employees turns out to like have a good company. So it makes, it's a balance. So you don't want people there all the time, but if you build a good flow, you're going to have this human touch in the flow, and people are going to be happy about it. Start simple, welcome message, quick replies, hand over to humans. Basic. Oh, other tip, important. I remember just right now. Phones. They are small, right? Don't add a message that is like pages. People are not going to scroll to read your message. I'm sorry. Like, that's why we have the phone, because we want a computer, but faster. It's smaller and convenient. So don't send a long message, sweetie. Don't do that with you. Don't do it with your customers. Like, be small, and like if the person engaged with you, then you send other messages. Please. That's something that like it's more of the design part, and you know how platform works. We can talk about that another time, but it's important, okay? That's a lot about UX writing things. There's tons of information. We have a class about UX writing. I think right now it's only in Portuguese, but we do have a free course on SendPulse about it, and we talk about all of this there. Good flows are clear, personalized, and constantly tested. Make sure to test all the time. Oh, I tested. No, test it again. No, but no, test it again. No, no. Go test it again. I'm going to look into the camera. Test it again, again, again. Okay, thank you. And integrations with CRM, payments, and AI multiply your results. I know that I said start simple, and you can start simple, but like start simple for a month, then try to integrate with your CRM. You're going to see a big change. And then go to the payments, and then go to AI. AI is going to like take a little bit more time for you to configure your AI and make sure everything is chef kiss perfect. But do it. I'm sure it's going to help your business a lot. And again, SendPulse can make all of this possible quickly, efficiently, and at scale. SendPulse is all-in-one marketing, sales, automation. So we provide all of this for you. You can have everything in one place. Remember in the beginning when I said that it's messy when a person gets in touch with you in different like platforms and you don't know what the person is talking about. SendPulse solves all of these problems, having everything in only one platform. Easy to see, easy to check, easy to configure, everything. And again, good configuration equals better performance and conversion. Okay. And here is my thank you so much for you guys to be here. I know that I talk a lot, and even though I talk a lot, I had way more things to say. It's a topic that I love, and you know, it's just something that it's in my heart. You guys are gonna get this presentation as well. So here's like SendPulse website, my social media, SendPulse social media, SendPulse Brazil social media, my email address, not my first email, not my first one, but my email address. And you guys can connect with me on LinkedIn, on whatever you like. Everything is Bianca Coscia. I'm always here to help, to talk about automation. My passion, and yeah, that's why I spoke more than I should, because it's something that I'm really excited about it and I really love it. Now I'm gonna stop the presentation. I'm gonna check your messages here. I said that I was gonna do it in the middle, but I was just like talking and giving the information first. Here people saying hello. People from Brazil and use WhatsApp. Other person using WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp. Oh, South Africa, they use a lot of WhatsApp there. Awesome. Yeah, see, like everyone is using WhatsApp, and it's their favorite messaging app, because I asked that in the beginning. I mentioned the old phone, people remember. See, these connection points make it something magical about when we think about history, because automation technology is not only about what we have now, it's about history, it's about everything that we built in the past. That's the life of everything. And people here saying about Orkut, that they all miss it. Yes. Yes, here I have 2 questions. Yeah. What is the maximum flows and chatbots? You can build as many flows as you want. There's no limitations of flow as far as I remember. If something changed yesterday, I'm not going to be aware. Then you can go check SendPulse automation platform. But you can build as many flows as you want. And SendPulse, we have the pricing. And what is going to change based on the price is how many subscribers you have on your flow, on your chatbot. So that's the only limitation. So build as many flows as you want. You can activate, deactivate, and you can do whatever you want, but there's no limit. Thank you for your question. Sophia asked, what advice would you give to someone who is starting to automate on WhatsApp? Well, to first make the connection right, choose a good provider. That's the most important thing ever. Remember that in the beginning I mentioned that you need to have official Meta partners like SendPulse. During my presentation, I added the logo, the official Meta partners logo. That's how you're going to see if the company you're purchasing a chatbot from is official or not. You can also go to the Meta website to make sure the company is an official partner. What means the official partner? To make connections between two services, we need an API. And if you have the official Meta API, it's an official partnership, and you make sure your number is not going to get banned. You're not like your message is actually going to get delivered, and you're actually going to have a 99% open rate with official suppliers. So it's really important for you to find a good provider, a provider that cares about you, because right now we have many options in the market. Again, we have space for all the options, and there's options that are official and like SendPulse that you can rely on. Then you're going to make sure your message is going to get to the person, your number is not going to get banned, you're not going to miss the number of your company, which is pretty important. And there's other options that does not use official API, and you're going to have, so like, it's not maybe, it's not a case of maybe, it's a case of when. Sooner or later, you're going to have your number banned, and you're going to have to start all over again. So the first tip is choose a good provider. The second tip is to get your number verified on Meta. It's the blue check mark on the side of your name that's going to make your company is going to be more reliable if you have the check mark. And the tip about actually building the flow is start with like the templates that we give. Start with what we offer, what we have in there. You just click a button and you see, and give it a go. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, it should not be perfect. If it's too perfect, that's something weird with it. So we start with a template, see how your public's going to react. There's also this, like, maybe I'm saying all of this and your public is not the type of public that likes WhatsApp. I don't know. You have to test. So start small, start basic, start with just one message, and see how your customers are going to adapt, and also how your employees are going to adapt, because it's not only about the customers, it's about who is behind the computer as well, because it needs a training. And don't think like, oh, I'm just going to add this here and not going to train people. No, you have to train people. You have to make sure they saw all SendPulse videos, all the tutorials, all the classes we record, and make sure you have a good team that understand the meaning behind the automation. And then go with the flow and add a lot of variables. That's the thing that is going to get the information that you need. A lot of tips. I was like, yeah, just one advice. And then I gave a long list. But it's like there's the Meta tips, the SendPulse tips, and the marketing tips, and the companies/HR tips, because all of that they're pretty important. Here we have another question of how to send WhatsApp messages for a customer who has not got our company number saved. So for WhatsApp, you can actually do it. You have to just create like a list. You can import the list using a spreadsheet, or you can type manually the numbers on your the service, or SendPulse, for example, because I know SendPulse, so I can talk about this. So on SendPulse, you go to chatbots, you find your chatbot for WhatsApp in the left menu. You click there and you click import, and you type the number and you send a message. How you're gonna send this message? First message, when the company get in touch, you cannot just write. You have to send a template message. So you need to have a template that is going to be approved by Meta. You go to, on SendPulse, you go to campaigns, add a new campaign. Yes, I know the website from my head. You go to campaigns, add new campaigns. You type your message there. Most of the templates, it's marketing utility, like marketing. They ask there, where's the type of message you mark as marketing, and type your message there to approve. Meta has 24 hours or 80 or 48, I don't remember. But personally, all the messages I send there to approval took like 5 minutes. It's all on Meta. So as soon as you type this message and Meta approve, you have to create a campaign. You have the message here, and it's going to be like a status here, approve, and there's like 3 points here on the side of approve. You click there, create campaign, and you can create a campaign for the person, the people, the companies, the whoever, the customers who don't have your number saved. We have tons of tutorials about this as well. You can find on SendPulse how to send campaigns, but it's pretty easy. So going back a little bit, save the number, import the number on the platform, have a template approved, create a campaign for these new numbers. I hope I explained it well. It's tricky to explain not seeing the platform. If I was sharing the screen and made it ready, I would share the whole scenario with you, and we could do together, but I was not ready, sorry. Because with that, we have to like blur all the numbers, everything, so it's tricky to show it live. Let me see here. John asked, who owns the data? With email, we own the contacts. I'm concerned that with WhatsApp, Meta owns the data, don't they? John, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know exactly. I remember that I learned about this, but I don't remember the answer on top of my head. You can ask our support team or just like check on Google. I'm pretty sure Meta does not own the data because it's your data, and there's a lot of like things about protecting data. So you just have to double check. I'm not going to give a right answer for you because unfortunately I don't remember the information, a lot of information, but they are pretty open about it. If they own the data, they're going to let you know. And then there's another question from John. SendPulse, the Ukrainian company, if something unfortunate happens and our messaging is censored, aren't they locked into the platform? How do we migrate? Yes, SendPulse is a Ukrainian company, but you guys don't have to worry about this. What is the word in English? Our server is not in Ukraine, so you guys don't have to worry about something happen. I know that it's a real concern and it happens. And of course, since you guys have tons of things on the platform, you should be worried, of course, but there's no reason to worry about it because it's not like the servers and everything that is important is outside of Ukraine, in countries that has a lot of good laws and things that protect all of you, so it's fine. Again, if you have more specific questions about it, you can ask, or you can ask the support team, or just send by us on email or social media, and we're gonna find all the answers to give to you, so you have all the details of the information, and you can take all of your questions away. From what I'm seeing, these are the questions, but again, SendPulse is amazing, is magical, and we offer a $50 coupon for all 15, sorry, not 50, is the English barrier. The $15 coupon for all new users. So if you want to test SendPulse, you can, again, get your phone with WhatsApp downloaded on it, open the camera, point here to this QR code, click on the link, you're gonna go to a website our website, where you have to create an account using this. Let me show to you because some people has questions about it. It's in Portuguese, but here you just click activate code and you create an account right here. Creating this account right here, you're able to get your coupon, no questions asked. It's amazing, but important information. You have 7 days to do it. So you have until, let me see the data here. I think it's July 2nd. Let me double check. 1 second. Yes, July 1st. So you have until July 1st to like get your credit and use SendPulse. This credit is valid until July 25. So again, everything we want for right now. So scan the QR code right now, create an account right now, get your coupon right now. Don't leave it for tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys got what WhatsApp can do. It's magical and you can do so much things with it. Again, there's a lot of informations. This webinar could be a conference of 10,000 hours talking about WhatsApp, but feel free to check us and check all the content we create and all social media, all social platforms, everything. We have a lot of content about it. And again, it was a pleasure to be here with you. I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for your time.